What's up, everybody? We are live, and it's not the sweet tones of Chris Spags leading us in. It is I, and in Chris's honor, it is I, the Chubster, just to make you guys feel better. I hope you didn't like Kevin Gausman tonight, because he's gone. No more Kevin Gausman. But in his stead, Bryce Wilson, who is a person I didn't know was a person. Are you going to any Bryce Wilson today?
Yes.
You are.
Dude, this guy's good. This guy's good.
He's not popping for me.
I mean, just like look at what he's done in. Well, I'll address the chat in a second about the weather here.
He looked good,
but yeah. So he started in single A earlier in April. May moved up to double A. Like, he just looks really good at every level. Like, missing bats, going pretty deep. Run prevention is pretty good for the most part, besides a stretch in May and June. But yeah, I mean, he looks good to me. I don't know what else to say. Like, he's 4,400 and threw 98 pitches, 5 days ago? So I don't know, man. Like, he looks like he's just a really good punt play. So I have a bunch of him. Kind of excited that he will be on slate now.
Yeah, so on my most recent crunch, I didn't get him at all. And it really surprised me. But I think it just likes Gonsalves so much that it doesn't go down any further. Like, I don't need the extra savings. So I might try to prioritize bats a little bit more, see if a little tweak like that'll help. But right now, I don't think I'm getting to him, although I don't have a problem with it.
Yeah. High-speed internet. Is our connection bad already? I just restarted my computer, so just trying to.
It seems really good on my end.
Okay. No, I didn't know if they were talking about earlier. The strategy video was a little shaky. I got to remember to restart before I start streaming.
I mean, you're crystal clear, not at all compared to what we were this morning.
Okay, cool. It could be YouTube as well. No, that's fine, Ryan. I appreciate it. Minnesota weather. So, I mean, I don't live like on top of the stadium, but it looks fine right now. As you can see, there's sun in my window. I have no idea like how it's going to change. From what I'm seeing, it looks okay to play, pitchers and hitters. So I'm on Gonsalves, but I do have more Wilson than Gonsalves. So, yeah, things change quick in baseball. And I do have some Jorge Lopez, too, quite a bit of Jorge Lopez. So just like guys that are stretched out and are 4K, they're always appealing to me just because such a solid chance at 12 to 15 DK points for a punt price.
So what are you pairing Wilson with? You're going probably a lot of Wheeler, and then just the absolute nut bats.
Yeah, so that's the thing too. Is I love the Brewers tonight. I love the Dodgers, Oakland, and then both sides of Cleveland and Boston, and those are the most expensive bats. Pretty much every slate, like Brewers, Red Sox, and Indians especially. So I like all those teams a ton, and he just opens up so much when you go Wilson, Wheeler. I mean, Gonsalves does too, but even more so for Wilson. And I think he's probably better than Gonsalves. So I don't know, man. It's just a smattering of everyone.
Look, I get it. For some reason, he's just not coming out as a really nice option for me. And I even have him in with a decent amount of innings. I don't know if it's just sort of the Pirates lineup plus the low total. I don't know. I would have assumed that I was going to get a lot of him, and I just didn't.
I'm looking at one right now that's Lopez, Wilson, and Ramirez, Lindor, Betts, JD, and Benintendi.
It's like an all-star
So
lineup.
it's yeah. So it just looks so good. You don't have to go that extreme. You don't have to double punt pitching. I don't think that's necessary tonight. But yeah, definitely gonna end up with a bunch of Wilson. And we have the Seattle lineup, by the way.
Thank you. Let's grab that. Top stacks. Any changes for you right now?
No, not
Compared to
really.
where we were.
I've kind of been the same all day. Yeah, so like I mentioned, Oakland, Milwaukee, LA, Boston, Cleveland. That's where the majority of my main stacks are coming from. A little bit of Toronto, and then I do have some like 2% Pittsburgh leverage stacks. Or I tried to force that in, just because I'm playing so much Wilson, young guy. I mean, who knows what's going to happen when these guys come up and start right away? Like he was in single A ball 4 months ago, so you just never know. But
it's kind of crazy.
Just kind of protecting myself a little bit in case he goes haywire.
Brewers, Twins, Dodgers, Blue Jays. Those are my top 4 stacks right now.
Well, what was it?
Brewers, Twins, Dodgers, Blue Jays.
Twins, Dodgers. Okay, so I mean, I have some Twins as well. I think I main stacked 9 teams, but those first 3 I mentioned, Milwaukee, Oakland, LA, that's the majority of my main stack exposure. And then just kind of a little bit of everyone else. But yeah, it'll be good. I don't know. Are the Blue Jays going to be too chalky against Cashner? That's the only thing I'm worried about.
I'm over the field right now on both sites, but you know they're getting some steam. They're right with, let's see, the Twins, the Blue Jays, and the A's are all at 9% on DK aggregate. Rangers lineup.
We got a Rangers lineup?
Yeah. I've adjusted my screen, so I think I'm good right now.
Yeah, so I'm worried about being underweight on Toronto is the only thing. Like I don't love stacking against Cashner as much as everyone. Like so, I mean, if teams are going to be 5% owned against him every time, then yeah, I'd love it. But I just think people get over-owned. Teams get over-owned against Cashner. And people will want to fit in Kluber or Cole, and now it's even easier to do that with Wilson. So I just think the Blue Jays might get too much steam for my liking. So that's kind of a stand I'm making, and then a lot of Wilson for me.
I get it. So are you fading any major chalk?
Well, let's see. I'm fading both pitchers in Cleveland and Boston, and we have them, especially Kluber, being decently owned, like 15%. So X'd out Kluber from my player pool. Like, I do not want any part of him. Whoa. Oh, never mind. I was looking at something different for Marco Estrada, but I'm well under the field for Marco as well.
Okay.
Like half of that, if that at all.
Okay.
And then I'm lower on Archer. Where else? What about you? Did you make any crazy stands?
I'm basically right with the field on Kluber.
Okay.
I'm a little bit under on Wheeler. I'm like 10% over on Archer. I'm a little over on Estrada and Chase Anderson, but Gonsalves, I'm at 24%.
Yeah, so I'm like kind of where we have Gonsalves. Like I'm gonna be around like that 10-12% range with him, which I'm comfortable with. I don't really want him deciding my night now that I think I have a better play in Wilson, and I don't know if people are gonna adjust to that. I wish it would have come out like right now. That would have been nice, because then I think we get Wilson at like 7 or 8%.
Yeah.
I mean, it's always a crapshoot trying to project these guys when someone gets scratched 2 hours before lock, but I would assume people will be on Wilson. Like he'll be 15-20% owned, especially in higher stake stuff. It'll be even more than that.
Yeah, I think he'll pick up some steam for sure. I'm basically fading the Rays. I don't really have them at all on FanDuel or DK, and they've got a decent amount of ownership. It's like my main fade. And I don't have any reasoning behind that other than I think they're just too cheap.
No, yeah, that's fair. Man, do we really have some of these Giants bats being chalky or like just owned at all. McCutcheon, Posey, those guys are going to be owned tonight. That's interesting.
Well,
I guess
the
just to
Posey
leverage
one,
each other.
I think you can kind of just throw out. After that, it's just McCutcheon 8%, Panic 5. I don't mind that all that much. It's good, Posey. If Posey's hitting third, you kind of always need to. He's always at least minimally in play.
Yeah. And then, what are you doing with Chase Anderson? Because I'm off of him. I'll check right now. I had 2% in my last crunch, and I'm just gonna do one more crunch.
Yeah, I'm like I had 18 times that, I guess.
Jeez. All right, so
I have 37% Chase Anderson.
So both of us on different sides.
Yeah, that's scary.
Yeah. Mike Fire. Oh yeah, that's good point. Mike Fires. We haven't even talked about him. I like him a ton. I'm kind of sad.
I'm with him. He was my quick hit today. I'm not with him as much as I thought I was going to be, but I like him as like if I were picking someone, I would like him a lot.
Yeah, so he was my spotlight pitcher when I was writing last night, and man, like he just looks. It's weird. Like I feel really safe with Mike Fires, which. I don't know. Maybe I need to go get that checked out. But
if I wish I could have told you that like in April that you were going to say
right.
That.
Yeah, and there was another guy. I was like, man, Muncy. I was like, if you would have told me I'm playing Max Muncy for 5K, like against a lefty or whatever. I know he's got a good matchup tomorrow, but I would have told you were on the best drugs because that's ridiculous, but. That's baseball for you. These guys just come out of nowhere.
Sorry. I was looking at an email coming into our emails. Trying to think of like anything else we want to touch on. I don't feel like all that much has changed from my outlook from where I was this morning, so I don't have any like hot takes.
Yeah, So I don't know if this is like a troll or not. Shane Hall. I watched you guys earlier, and you guys like Dodgers big time. They are bad versus lefties, though. So we addressed
skip that part of it.
Yeah. So yeah, if you look at their team numbers for the season, they look awful. Or not for the season, but like even for the last month. And that's kind of when they got Machado. But like this team is just different. They've had guys out. Turner is healthy. I don't think there's any doubt about that. Dozier's hitting a little better. He was a disaster earlier in the year. They've obviously got Machado. Not really any questions about him. Kemp crushes lefties. Bellinger, while he strikes out a ton, can still hit lefties for power. Kike just like always hits lefties well. Puig took another step this year. He was out of the lineup for a while. Like, there's no reason this team as a whole should not pound lefties. So
I think I like the Dodgers more now than I did this morning.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, they're hitting their cap for me. I think I capped teams at 20% today. Is that aggressive, by the way?
It's more
20%?
aggressive than I am. Mine's 13.
Okay.
And that's still something that I'm playing around with. I like the spread that I get for what I use. Easiest way to describe this would be like average pitcher or average exposure for a team on a 10-game slate would be 5%. Like if you went 5%, everybody, that's what you would get on a 10-teamer. So I do 2.5 times the average to set my cap, and that would be 13 for me today. And that's all like rounded and everything. 20 feels high, but it's also, it's all about where you stand with an aggression standpoint. Like, you could obviously pick two teams and go with it. Your swings are going to be bigger, but the days you hit are going to be monsters. So, I don't have a problem with 20. It's just probably a little bit more aggressive than I personally want to be.
Okay. Yeah. So, I don't know. I probably just have a little bit more aggressive of a playing style, but that's fine. I don't know. I'm playing confidently right now after this weekend, so maybe I need to tone it down and check myself a little bit. But
I don't have a problem with it at all.
Okay.
I usually It usually drops me in somewhere just north of wherever the highest owned stack is going to be. So like the Brewers are 13% on DK. I've got 17% on DK. So that means I've got a lot of them in 5-mans and a lot of them in 2-man. So I can get a little bit above whatever we're even projecting. And it seems to keep me sort of in line. So I'll end up with like 5 or 6 teams on each slate where I can get 4 to 5% above the field. I've enjoyed that spread. So
yeah. So I'm trying to get like 2 times, 3 times the field on the stacks I really love. So
you'll have a lot of teams with nothing whatsoever.
Correct. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Which I like doing.
I'll get up with like 1 or 2 lines of a few more teams. So that's where our difference is, basically.
Got it.
But I'll try to catch a heater on like if the Rangers pop off today.
Sure. And we've seen that we've seen the Marlins pop off a couple times. Like Manny's gone through it and stuff, and it's just like every once in a while the stack against whoever, like Verlander, I think has worked once or twice, and that's baseball for you. So it makes sense to get a little bit of exposure to those 1% owned teams. There's some hot takes flying in chat. Okay. There's some. Let's see if Dozier 3 for 5. I hope so.
Yeah, so do I.
Yeah.
I assume I have a ton of him. Yeah, I have 31% Dozier. I'd love for him to go 3 for 5.
Yeah. Mets are pretty awful versus lefties. I mean they're not good. Mets. I don't have any Mets main stacks. I actually like Holland, so I'm over the field on Derek Holland. Just another one of those guys that he's just pitching pretty well right now, and people are going to be off of him. I think he's one of those guys that has a chance at 20. So that's kind of the magic number I'm looking for with Alex Wood, Archer, even though I don't really have much Archer at all, but like Fires is included. All these 8K guys, I'm just looking for 20 or so.
I get that.
Cedric Mullins, nice.
Giancarlo, yes, Liverpool for the win. Very good day for me so far. Once I bank the mini max today, it'll be a great day.
Yeah. There was a second mini max today, so I told you that, Josh. But just for the viewer, like if you guys play the mini max, I don't know if there's, I don't know if it's still available, but whatever. I'm gonna put my same 150 in that, so it'll be good.
I'll let you know if it's there or not. I'm going to it right now.
Okay. How many folks on Wilson in here?
Nope, it's not.
Did it just fill?
There was one at the top, but it was for tomorrow's slate.
Got it. Maybe that's what I was looking at. I don't remember.
They used to be opening a second one for a while.
Well, I have 392 entries, so
there you go.
I definitely got in both of those. It was like a 10K mini max. It wasn't a huge one.
Brandon Montgomery, I'm giving no credence to a motivated performance from Felix because he got benched. I don't find it disrespectful. Agreed. I found it warranted.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. I don't think it was disrespectful. I mean, like, what? How else are you gonna do it? You just you're trying to make the playoffs here.
You don't know anyone respect.
I mean, you do, he's done a lot for their franchise, whatever, but you're not just gonna keep throwing a guy out there that you don't think is fit to throw out there if you have better arms or whatever. Like, if you think he's better in the bullpen.
Yeah, maybe 2 innings of Felix going ham is better than him trying to stretch it out over 6 because he doesn't have it any longer.
Yeah.
Do you want to do home run picks now? Get it out of the way?
Oh, yeah. Let's do it. As I'm trying to stall.
He hit rock bottom. He's not a meth head, man. He's just like an old pitcher. A little less zip on his fastball. I think he'll be fine.
Altuve, the lineup is not out yet.
No.
So, yeah.
I don't think he's going to be in the damn lineup, but it's the only one left.
Yeah. Then we can run this crunch and hopefully make money, right?
AGS. why would anyone keep all of their money in their FanDuel or DraftKings account? You're obviously not very familiar with the poker issues. I don't want to keep my money in there. I'll keep it in a bank earning interest. I'll put it in when I need it.
Yeah, I'm really bad about doing that.
It takes 10 seconds to make a deposit via PayPal into one of these accounts. If you're keeping a lot of bankroll that you're not playing on a day-to-day basis in FanDuel and DraftKings, you're doing it wrong.
Yeah.
If something goes wrong and they freeze all this shit, you're just going to be left sitting there with a bunch of money you'll never touch again. Ask the poker people. You know where you're going for your home run, or do you want me to go first?
Oh, I got distracted. Let's see. You go first.
Okay. All right, I'll say this much. If you want to go with A's Chris Davis, I will take Orioles Chris Davis. If not, I'll make a different pick.
That's fine. I'll do that.
Okay.
I'll take the GOAT Chris Davis. You can have the guy striking out 4 times.
Okay. There you go. Picks are in. Chris Davis Orioles is in my pocket. Chris Davis A's goes to Jake.
Yeah. There we go. The all Chris. Well, speaking of Chris, is he gonna make picks this week or no?
I doubt it. He's gonna be drunk all week.
True.
Yeah. All right, here we go. Corner in the market on Chris Davis's today. Chris Davis of the Orioles, #1 in my model for a home run today. Chris Davis of the A's, #2. I love it.
I just play for FPPs.
Did you see Brandon Bowling? I'll do a proxy pick for Chris, who's number 127 in your home run list.
That's good. They're reviewers. They're good viewers.
All right, 127. We're giving Chris number 127. Unofficially, he gets... Oh, shit. He gets Buster Posey.
That sucks.
I don't like that.
What? He's going up against Wheeler.
Yeah, but, you know, it's Buster Posey. The name carries some weight. It could have been Jose Reyes, one spot above him. You know, I wouldn't have felt as bad.
There was something else in here I wanted to... Oh, am I getting rained on? No, I'm not getting rained on. It's still sunny. I'm playing everything on the Twins right now and Gonzalez. So I can look that up right now. I can look up the target field AccuWeather. Let's see.
Yeah, I'm playing the Twins as well. So
Tommy Nation. Yeah. Totally.
TP, I'm not, actually. While they grade out statistically really well for me, I can't seem to work them into my lines. They don't have enough salary. So I don't have a personal problem with you building a hand line for them, but I can't get to the Rays in Cruncher. And I'm not super worried about it. I haven't needed to use them to fit everything else in.
Gomber is giving up a ton of hard hits to righties. I don't know that he's reverse splits. I think it's a little too early to say that.
How do you get a copy of my spreadsheet? I would recommend pausing every time I switch tabs and then trying to recreate it. That's your only shot. And I only say that because people have done that.
It's fine.
I know someone that fully recreated my entire NBA sheet. Almost to the point where they could recreate the projections as well. Well, they did recreate the projections.
I mean, if you're doing that, that's a lot of time. So you kind of deserve it at that point, don't you?
Yeah, I answered any question I could give them at that point. If you want to try to do it, I'm happy to help.
Buck Farmer or Birch Smith? Better name. I think I'm a big Buck Farmer guy. That guy was chalk one time. I think it was at a live final or something.
Yeah.
I was hear people talking.
It sounds like you won an award at the AVNs. I guess I'm gonna crunch now.
Yeah, I should probably do that too. Well, actually, you go. I'll.
I mean, it's a short slate, and it's really not short 10 gamer, but everything's moving pretty quick for me, and I don't have a lot of tweaks to worry about, so I'm I'm not actually super worried about when I do this. I wanted to wait out the Astros lineup.
Yeah. I guess I don't have many Astros either, so I can get this going too.
So if you have questions, we can hit up any question people want to ask. It's really like a quiet day for Monday. Wow, we have some decent viewership today.
Yeah, we do.
I think the public is speaking that they want more Jake Josh in the live streams.
I don't know about
Spags.
that. Maybe everyone's just looking for some Brian Wilson analysis. Or Brian.
Not even
Bryce.
his name, dude.
Bryce. Well, I'm going to know his name after tonight. When he gets me 22 DraftKings points.
If he gets 22, what do you have him projected for?
I didn't make a projection for him. I just eyeballed it. Yeah.
I've got him projected for 10.6.
So 10 point. You should be playing him everywhere then, right?
He's not coming up at all.
Okay. I get it. So, since my projections, I multiply my hitters by a number.
So do I.
A number that's higher than 1. So I weight them higher than my pitchers. So that's why, like on Fantasy Cruncher, all my hitters go in first for the most part because they're better values.
Yeah.
And so I think that's why I end up with so much Wilson, because they can you fit everything and then he ends up there last. But I have Wheeler being like the best value of the night.
Really?
Yeah.
Now I just
So my best values of the night based on my projections, but Wheeler, Fires, Holland, Wood, Estrada, Lopez. So those guys are all kind of bunched up.
When it's Jake and Josh doing it, they should have a theme song like Drake and Josh used to.
Yeah.
So my flair on the DFS subreddit is a picture of Josh of Drake and Josh. I don't know who that is. It's not a show that was ever on my radar, but they made it that when they first got flair, and it's been that the entire time. I don't even know who he is.
Drake and Josh?
Yeah.
What? Come on,
dude,
man.
I'm 33 years old.
I guess you were probably like in high school when that was going down. I was more like middle school, like 6th grade type thing.
Tommy Walker, I'm nice. I'm nicer than Chris.
Wait, who's this?
Tommy Walker likes you the most. Wait, hold on. Josh, you're the funniest, but Jake and Chris are nicer, no offense. There's no way that's true, and no one will agree with that statement.
Oh.
Sorry, Tommy. If you're on Team Chris for this one, he must have answered a bunch of your questions or something.
Or he applied for the social media job, trying to get on his good side.
Yeah, maybe. I hope Chris is watching right now. Like, these mother...
Oh, God, everyone's chiming in here.
Everyone is nicer than Chris. He's going to be sitting there, like, just crying into a Cabernet or something.
Chris made me cry once.
I did watch Summer.
I'm helpful. I'll take that, yeah. Just a nice self-indulgent live stream. We don't even have to talk. Just tell us what you like about us, guys.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll answer some
mirror
questions.
On the chat.
All right, are you all crunched?
I'm
trying to parse out the stuff in the chat and see.
Yeah, go ahead. Look, I'm here. I'm bouncing back and forth. I can do whatever. We've got 29 minutes for me to do these final 2 crunches. I'm confident I'm going to get them in. I've already done most of it, so I'm not too worried about it.
Yep. Is SP starting pitcher Wilson a GPP pitcher? For me, is like I'm in. Bryce Wilson. Looked him up. Did a little bit of digging for like minor league stuff. Swinging strike rate is there at all levels. So like, you expect a little bit of a lower like swinging strike rate and K rate and all that as they move up. But like, this guy just looks good at every level. Can't really poke too many holes. I mean, sure, you could go and get blown up, but he's 4K. He needs to get me 10 points, and I think he's got a decent shot at that. And if he gets anything more, that's phenomenal for 4K.
I'm telling you that he's going to get 50 or 10 points more than 50% of the time. How's that for you?
Awesome. I hope we're on the right side of the 50% or the 50+%, because, man, I'm in.
There you go. All right, this is going to be my final DK crunch. I'm kind of excited to see what it spits out.
Oh, Minnesota game. Oh, I got distracted. This chat is way too entertaining with all you guys.
Chat's lit today, man. 360
I know.
people
What's going
are coming
on?
in like, whoa. Get ready for... well, you won't really care too much about the NBA season, but I mean, I was like doubled in this. It's like a machine gun of questions.
No, I mean, I'll be on it for a few minutes most days. So.
Yeah, but you'll be plugging the shit out of hockey.
Well, yeah, and just trying to get some cross reference thing and.
Oh, I have something that we didn't talk about yet. Are you going to any Ryan Yarbrough?
Oh no, nope. I don't have Yarbrough. I'm not even confident he's coming in. Unless it's a pitcher that I really, really like, unless it's like Yanni Chirinos for like 4K and he's going up against the Orioles type thing, and I'm like 80% sure he's getting in the game, I can't do it, especially not for 6,900. We talked about Yarbrough's pitch count, maybe some uncertainty there. So, yeah, I'm off of Yarbrough. I hope he doesn't. I hope this isn't the Yarbrough game that I've been waiting for forever.
Okay. I don't think I'm going to get to him. I haven't seen him yet pop up for me, so I'm just going to assume that I don't have him. I don't necessarily have a problem with him because the Rays are in a really good spot, but it seems like just trying to get too cute.
Jesus. Bregman or Turner for third base? What do you like there? I mean, it's clear for me. It's Turner.
I mean, it's Turner for me.
Not that close.
I would imagine it's Turner for me at least. Just want to make sure that I'm not lying. Yeah, I'd prefer Turner.
Cross-reference thing, is that cross-referencing? Maybe I was trying to say. Yeah. Cross-marketing. So we market our NHL product while we're on the NBA stream in order to gain, positivity toward the other sports, like the niche sports, like hockey, I guess is probably considered a niche sport, but I don't know. You want to more people playing more DFS sports, right?
I don't know how I'm going to play hockey, but I want to play hockey.
Yeah, it's really tough. I have no idea how Alex does it. Does Tom do it?
I think
so. Or does Tom just, yeah, I mean, good for them, but you're definitely going to, Kyle, Heath, we're going to do something for sure. We'll have some sort of stream. But people talk about how critical it is for news for NBA, like literally the minute before lock or the minute of lock. It's, in hockey, it's not that.
Is hockey more like baseball? Maybe
sensitive?
One straggler every now and again?
No, you really have to pay attention to the pregame skate, which is like 30 minutes before this the game starts.
Okay.
So like 6:30
I've literally
Eastern. That's
never
why
paid attention to it at all, so I'm clueless.
Yeah, so that's why Tom had the idea to come on the live stream for like 5-10 minutes, and so I get out of there before you guys talk about the late news and stuff, so I don't take any time, like valuable time, away from you guys.
Yeah, the NBA is crazy, man. 7:02, and it's just like, James Harden's out, and it's like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
All of a sudden, everything that you did for the day is like, okay, all of this ends. You just wish that there was a button where you could just take yourself out of everything.
Oh, God. That's mega. I mean, we have that every once in a while in hockey, but it's, usually if you're paying attention or you have some sort of alert to your phone, you can get the swaps out. But yeah, I follow a lot of DFS Twitter guys, and most of them are NBA because most people play NBA over NHL, but I see it all the time. It's like, man, if I'm playing that high of stakes and there's no late swap, oof.
Yeah,
that's
the
tough.
The NBA ones that are the worst are the ones that drop at like 7:06, and it happens a lot, easily like once or twice a month, and you just want to Like I try not to care all that much because it's gonna help me and hurt me equally, I would imagine. But boy, oh boy, do you want to just like burn down a stadium when it happens?
Yeah, jeez.
It is so frustrating. Okay, so I've got my final DK crunch in. Top stacks: Brewers, Dodgers, Twins. Nothing new there. I've got more Chase Anderson than I did before. Derek Holland popping up a little bit more, and I got 1% of Bryce Wilson. So there we go.
Okay. Yeah,
I'm
1%.
pretty massively fading the Astros on DK. Nothing changed for me there.
I'm surprised. Are they going to be like the team we think is going to be chalky that doesn't end up chalky?
Yeah. So yes, I think that when this lineup comes out, it's going to match what I've got going on because we're projecting a pretty healthy dose of Altuve ownership, and I just feel like that's not happening.
Right? Yeah. So that's kind of what I've been thinking since earlier. Family time is almost here. Relax, guys. Yeah, that's garbage.
Family
DK.
time?
Yeah. So that was the reason why they took away late swap for NBA.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I hated late swap.
Oh, man. I would. It's such an edge.
That I agree with. I preferred it not being there. I just didn't want to have to be a slave to it.
I see. It's probably good for your marriage, right?
Yeah, but I'm bad for my marriage, so it kind of offsets it.
Oh, God. So there's something else. Which side of Toronto?
Is that the truth? Nobody knows.
Yeah, just like nervous laughter. You're so funny, Josh. There was something in chat. Why isn't Gonzalez on FanDuel? Just because it's just
they wouldn't want him anyway.
Yeah, I don't think that's where you want to play him anyways. You want high upside options at pitcher for FanDuel.
I don't have anybody below Chase Anderson, so I wouldn't go to Gonsalves at whatever crappy price he would have had. It's just not necessary. Not on FanDuel.
I think we've answered this before, just on random streams. But are you, John Carlos? Are you playing bigger stakes in NBA and me in NHL? So you can answer that if you want.
It'll all depend on what the tournament structure is coming into the year. So I'll be putting as much as I possibly can into the lowest possible tournaments that I can get into. And if that I'll be max entering as much as I can, as low as I can, because I'll get the most ROI on that. I'll probably start ramping up a little bit. I've been playing NBA long enough that like I know how much I can sort of stretch comparatively speaking to baseball. So I will play more volume in NBA just naturally. I would expect that I'll be maxing like the $4 on FanDuel as like my big outlay. And then depends on what the NBA tourney structure looks like on DK this year. Mini max for sure. Tables like the whatever version of the table setter for DK. I'll do that sort of stuff.
Yeah, so it's kind of same with me for NHL. I don't know. I feel like I have a bigger edge. There's less people spending a ton of time on it. Even like the top guys that play NBA as well. So I don't know. It's like I play the single entry higher stake stuff in NHL as well. So like the stick lift or whatever, that's a really fun tournament. But I don't max enter, at least I haven't yet. But I don't know, we'll see if there's like $5 and $6 tournaments. That's a pretty good tournament to MME and NHL, I think.
Yeah, so this is the first year that I've played baseball seriously. Everything else was just like, I have time at work and nothing's going on, so I get into it. So I didn't want to go really heavy. I wanted basically a full year worth of data on my model, and so far so good. But I would say that like I probably should be playing a lot more already.
Yeah, it's always tough to take that next step, because you have a couple losing nights. And you're like, geez, my bankroll or my DK account looks a little light than what I'm used to. But I don't know. Just got to make that jump and bink early, hopefully.
Yeah, I'm just kind of getting myself like mentally prepared for NBA season now.
Yeah.
Or I guess NFL, since I'm going to be going balls deep in that too.
A's stack. White Sox love, if any.
I like the White Sox a lot. They are my number 4 stack on DK, actually. I'm double the field on the White Sox.
Yep, that's fair. I didn't end up with any White Sox main stacks. I kind of locked in on 3 main ones and then just a sprinkling of Cleveland, Boston, and then a few other spots. So I don't have any main White Sox stacks. I have a ton of Oakland stacks. They're one of my 3 main ones. If that answers that. Mild concern for storms near Minneapolis, I would think. But yeah, it could be a little bit wet. I don't know if it's going to get rained out. I don't know if you can make that call right now. But I mean, it's not perfect, that's for sure. It's not perfect.
Mike Andretti, I made every model that I play with.
That's part of the fun, right?
Yeah. I want the satisfaction of being right on my own.
Mike fires. Josh loves him. Oh, how dare you leave me out, Jacob? We have the same name, too. Yeah. Jacob Thomas.
I'm way over the field on fires now.
Dodgers will disappoint you like always when highly projected. Greek Ink's probably spitting the truth there. I just keep going back to him. Like, it's worked for me recently. That's not the reason why I want to play them. I think Gomber's been pretty lucky, and they're going to put the ball in play. There's almost no doubt about that for me. And these individual players crush lefties on the Dodgers. So, yeah, I'm going back to them.
There you go. Yeah, Roman numerals for Asamo's tweet. And Brendan Bowling, good eye on me going 5 and 10 on those stacks. That is just so I can run one line of every team and not have a lot of the same team as like the second part of the stack. So I ran 20 lines of 5 and 10, and then I'll run everything else at 13 and combine the crunches. Did I cash this past weekend? I mean, like, I got a little bit of money back on Sunday. I didn't play at all on Saturday. I was out of town.
Did you cash this? I mean, if you LME, you're going to cash something.
Yeah.
So.
If we count Friday as the weekend, then yeah, Jake cashed because Jake Me Too'd the Minimax. Just put himself all over top of it.
It was a good night. It was successful. Yeah, that's a once in a season type of thing where you get 3 out of top 4 spots in a GPP.
Yeah,
especially
a big GPP.
Yeah, I mean it was 17,000.
Yeah, that's a lot of peeps.
Fires is elite. What are you talking about? Yeah, I think he could be elite tonight.
Oh man. Yeah, Posey is. I don't want to say it's a trap play because catcher kind of is different. He's a guy with a pulse at catcher, and I don't mind having Posey in those scenarios if you're not putting your catcher in your stack.
Yeah, I spread around my exposure for catcher tonight. There's no one that's like jumping off the screen for me. So.
FanDuel Crunch, I believe, is now done. I think that I am about to be completely finished with this. 1 and an upload, and we're gonna have 14 minutes to fill.
Yeah, I'm about to upload right now too. So
okay.
We should just be the chat. We are all ears in just a minute here.
Cole top option on FanDuel or pay down for Fires and Archer. So. That's on FanDuel. Cole, for me, is a clear top option at 10,600. I have 3 times as much Cole as I have of Kluber. I have more Cole than anybody else on FanDuel.
Let me double check before I say this, but yeah, I don't have any Garrett Cole or Porcello. I think there's one other guy.
DK, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Oh,
I only have 6% Cole on DraftKings.
Yeah. I don't have any.
On FanDuel, you would definitely have Cole.
Oh yeah. I would have
unavoidable at 10-6.
Yeah, just a decent shot at highest raw point scoring pitcher, and you can probably fit any stack you want on FanDuel at that price. So I'm not playing on FanDuel tonight, if anybody couldn't tell, but.
There you go. All right, final stack rankings for me. Brewers, number 1 on both sites. I'm over the field on both teams, or on both sites. Dodgers are second for me on DK, third on FanDuel. I'm double the field on both. Twins are second on FanDuel, third on DK. I'm double the field on the Twins on FanDuel, a little bit less so on DK. And then White Sox are a flat fourth. I'm double the field on both sites. Indians are a team I'm really heavy on DK. Same for the Orioles. And on FanDuel, I don't have anybody else that's really like breaking free. I'm basically fading the Astros on DraftKings, and the Rays are the only other chalky team that I'm essentially fading.
Good stuff.
Where we're at right now.
All right, I can read off mine too, since you did that so eloquently. Oh, I gotta.
Maybe you can.
I just, when I was copying my CSV edit, I just missed a chunk of 20 lineups. That would have been pretty rough. And I see Bartolo Colon was in my dummy lineup, so that probably would not have been good. I was like, why are so many of the same one? Yeah.
Ooh, there's a good question. Josh, is Chris Davis, my Chris Davis, a free square on FanDuel today? How much do I have? I have 13% Chris Davis, minimum salary on FanDuel today. I'm a fan.
I have, let's see. Chris Davis is my second highest owned player, 33%.
You're talking about your Chris Davis, right?
My Chris Davis, yeah. Chris Davis with a K.
Yeah, I have 16%. I'm right with the field.
Yep. Sorry. All right. I can read off mine quick. Oakland, LA, Milwaukee, all tied, number 1. And then in order after that, for main stacks, 5-man stacks, Boston, Cleveland, Minnesota, Cincinnati, Pittsburgh, and Toronto.
Okay, so you've got a lot of different stuff there. Red Sox is not a team I'm on. I do like the play against ownership, though.
I mean, just a low-owned Red Sox team. I know it's against Kluber, but honestly, I don't think Kluber is what we've seen as of late. Like, he's had decent results, but the swinging strike rate is below 10 in each of his last 3. Like, he just doesn't look the same, and I think the Red Sox could crush him here, or at least get him out early enough where they can do some damage against the bullpen.
If Homer Bailey rolls over the Brewers, I'll tip my hat and move on, John B.
Huh?
He's fucking terrible. I can't even be like nice about it. He's really, really bad.
I thought Homer Bailey was good once, like 3 weeks ago. It was good times.
I said it today in Spotlight Hitters and Stacks, I think, that Giolito is basically like new Homer Bailey. Just a guy with a big-time pedigree, like top prospect that just gets absolutely annihilated in the majors.
I mean, you can see the upside at least with Giolito, right? Like, he has good starts and he has decent stuff. Sometimes you just can't find the plate. He's just walking guys all over the place. He's got issues with stolen bases. He's just kind of the perfect guy to stack against at this stage in his career.
By the way, Sean V, I'm not the only one eating that chalk. Jake's on the Brewers as well.
Yeah, I am on the Brewers. I've heard you mention that you used to hand build lineups instead of MMEing. Would you ever go back? Yeah, I mean, I'm going to probably have like one main lineup for NHL this year. I haven't decided what I'm going to do, but I'll probably experiment with some stuff for the first month of NHL. But for MLB, I think MMEing is the way to go for myself. Maybe not for everyone, but...
Hey, when was our last ownership update?
Let me check. Oh, good. Slack's not working. All right.
All right, I'm on it.
It was
6:30.
Yeah, 5:30 for us in the Central Time Zone.
I use
3:30.
I use real times.
Yeah.
I use real time.
Warning: get off the Dodgers. Well, I can't say Greek Ink didn't warn us.
Yeah, sorry, Greek.
A couple times.
Can't do it, man. I've never wanted to. I don't think I've ever wanted to be on the Dodgers more. It looks so good today. I'm way over the field on the Indians on DK, and I couldn't be happier. I like my lineup. I like my teams tonight. I'm super confident. The only one that worries me is the Rays on FanDuel.
You're not worried about that Chase Anderson exposure?
Yeah, probably.
Because I got some red stacks, as I mentioned. Good old Chase.
Aaron, I just meant that I would use like minor stats and try to tweak them a little bit. There's no like straight MLEs on FanGraphs. I mean, Steamer and Zips will both have projections for minors guys based on all their minor league data. I didn't mean there was anything specific out there. There's probably some articles on converting minor stats to major stats.
Yeah, I'm sure there are. I don't use them. I usually don't project guys coming up. I make just like a handwritten projection.
Yeah, I get that.
Beta Cruncher is down. Oh boy, that's not a great time for that to be down. Although I just saw something on Twitter. Manny Laura retweeted it. If you're using here, I can share it.
If you're using Beta Fantasy Cruncher and cannot export a CSV, save your crunch, go to fantasycruncher.com, load the crunch, and export. So basically, save the crunch that you have, leave the beta, and go back to the regular version, and you should be able to load it and export it and not have a problem. But I got my shit done early.
Yeah. Wow. So I was going to try to maybe crunch one more time, but can't do it now. I don't want to take the risk.
Oh, well, just do it on the non-beta.
No, that's fine.
I also didn't realize it was 6:59. White Sox Twins will be delayed due to rain.
That's not good. But, dude, do I need to switch over my Gonsalves?
Yeah. No, I'm not doing it. AGS Carnage, you should give away a free month if 50.1% of your lineups don't cash. I don't even come near that number.
No one does.
That's
in GPPs?
If you cash 50.1% of your lineups, you will never hear from that person again. They're going to be a millionaire really quickly.
Oh, Derek Lowe. You're saying that they're just going to delay and late start and play through?
Yeah, that's what I was figuring.
Okay. That's fine then. I just didn't know if... I honestly haven't kept an eye on this weather at all. Twins game will be canceled. So, I mean, I don't know about that, but...
So, this season on DraftKings, I've been in the money in 26% of my entries. FanDuel, 27%. So, I would need to double my I would have to double what I'm very happy with this season. Not going to get to 50.
Oh, I thought you were laughing at the same thing I was. So, what else is in here? Twins game will be canceled. Freeman long ball. Yeah, no one's talking about the Braves. I feel like I should be on them, but I'm not, so.
I have no idea what you were laughing at. I'm trying to figure it out.
I'll tell you after.
Sounds good. So I don't like giving a plug for things that we don't have a tie to, but rototracker.com is what I use to track all my stuff. I love it. It works really well. It's really quick. But I used to just do it in Excel, personally. Now that I've been MMEing and have so many different entries, I had to go and offload it. So I do it in RotoTracker.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's a place where most people play, especially if you MME, because I think, do you have to buy the premium for that?
Yeah, I spent a healthy amount of money on it.
Yeah, that's the only. There are other ones that you can do for free.
Yeah, there are.
I don't know if they're same
I don't know
quality.
anything else. I don't know any others. King, there's nothing better than a good night's sleep in your own bed with regards to the Brewers. Yeah, just as an FYI, these guys aren't sleeping in garbage beds each night. They're sleeping in high-end hotels.
Yeah.
All those beds are comfortable as shit.
Josh, is that a Liverpool shirt?
It is.
Aaron asked.
It is.
GPPs are all about the top slots, not the cash. Yeah, exactly.
It's actually quite inspiring. He started with $45 and hit it big time. I don't know who we're talking about.
I think he's talking about Manny.
Oh. Yeah.
Yeah, Manny's the GOAT. Yeah.
Astros lineup. No Altuve.
Okay. That really doesn't change a thing for me.
It does for me. I need to make a lot of quick swaps.
I think the...
no, I don't. I actually don't have him at all.
Yeah, I don't think I have a single share of him.
I definitely have him on FanDuel. Shit. Yeah, I have 17% on FanDuel. I got a mosey.
Are you a WWE UFC fan? I'm not. Who's winning the cup this year? Toronto, probably. Some team like that. They got Tavares. Just their offense is going to be insane. No Altuve, Kemp, or Kepler. That's actually pretty close, but I'd go Kemp. My Leafs. It's a good time to jump on the Toronto bandwagon. The Penguins won a cup with no defense a couple years ago. They're fine.
Trying to hustle to get him out before.
No, go ahead. I'm interacting with the chat. This is fun. VR Albies, homie. Got to get this win. It would be Albies for me. Lucic we trust. Oh God. That one doesn't even need to be addressed. Let's see if I have any Altuve. No Altuve.
I'm keeping my Astros stacks together. I just replaced all of my Altuve on FanDuel with Marwin Gonzalez.
What's the price difference there? I can't see.
I don't know what Altuve was. Marwin's 3,100. I think Altuve might have been 3,500. So
can't wait for NHL picks by Josh. Me either. That's
you're not gonna get those. Well, that's not actually true. If I build the model out, I'll spit out whatever comes out. It's basically what I do for baseball.
Well, we may have a projection system on Osmo.com, so
boring.
Can use those.
Who are those special guests today? Not today, but there will be some special guests this week. That is true.
Yeah. We'll get some special guests on
here.
Had
a bit of a chat about that today.
Good dong picks. Yeah, we went all Chris Davis. So Josh took the Baltimore Chris Davis. I took the Oakland Chris Davis.
True story. And Baltimore Chris Davis is going deep. AGS, I have no idea.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't get to hire anybody. I just get to hang out on these streams. I don't really know Laffy.
Do you have a Quidditch model?
Oh, that's the Harry Potter stuff, right?
Yeah.
I've never watched a Harry Potter movie or read the books.
Neither have I. My brother and sister are both into that, and I just never was. I think I was too young. I didn't understand. Jake, do you bet on hockey? I do not really. I mean, every once in a while, but no, not really. I like DFS more than gambling. And I took Jesus Aguilar. Nice. Aguilar's awesome, dude. I love Aguilar. Just enormous.
I'm feeling good about tonight. We're locked. We are locked.
All right. Good stuff.
So normally we would probably sit here for a couple more minutes, but here's the deal. I gotta go grill some steaks. And going to grill those steaks are more important than the chat right now. Sorry, chat. But, they are pretty good steaks. Jake, you got anything else you want to add here?
I am going to be chilling for the next hour or so until my Oakland, LA, Milwaukee stacks go nuts. But right now we're rooting for Cleveland and Boston. So enjoy if you have any of those teams. And if none of those teams go off, then that sucks. But it's all right.
Best of luck, everybody. You'll have us tomorrow morning. We're right back at this again. So I hope you enjoyed the Josh Jake experience.
MLB says postponed on Twins. No way.
No, it's not out on
That,
Twitter
that's
yet.
not true. That's not true.
Soy burger, you bite your tongue. I would never eat a soy burger. I would sooner die. That's it for me, everybody. Best of luck tonight. Go all the people that I'm on and that Jake's on. And we'll talk to you in the morning. Let you guys know how it went.
Good luck.
Bye.